Good morning, everybody. This is Tips with Steve Pebb again. And I got a little deal here that I built. It's called a Hillbilly hot tub. Now, the reason I built this Hillbilly hot tub is because me and my wife, we went to Home Depot. And being a 100% disabled veteran, I have a hard time after the end of the day where everything's sore on me, and I thought, well, hot tub would work. And we went to Home Depot. We spent $4,000, $3,999 on a hot tub, and boy, it sure did help me. And what we did is, I used it quite frequently. And then one of the jets started leaking. And it started leaking all over the deck. And I was afraid it was going to rot the wood, so I contacted Home Depot, and they said, well, you need to call the company. So I called the company in California, and they said, well, we'll send you a new jet, but you got to find it that's leaking. So I said, well, how do we do that? And they said, well, you turn it over, turn it upside down, and you go through the insulation, and you find the jet that's leaking. So this jet had, I don't remember how many jets it had, but there was a whole bunch of jets. So me and my wife, we turned we emptied the hot tub, and then we turned it upside down. Well, first we raised it up, set it on cement blocks, and we couldn't do no good there, so we turned it upside down, and we dug through the insulation, and it was that hard insulation. It wasn't easy, it was very hard, and we started digging, and we dug, and the insulation went everywhere, and next thing I know, we got to the side where the jets are supposed to be, and we found some jets. You couldn't tell which jet leaking, and then you couldn't remove the jet to replace the jet because insulation had it all packed up. So I got frustrated, got upset. We took the siding off the top of the deck up there, and I just pushed it off the side. I said, heck with that. So we go back, and I really made a big mistake. It's my fault. Went back to Home Depot again. And this time we thought, well, we'll spend a little more money, and we'll buy a better hot tub. So we spent like almost $5,000 this time. And next thing you know, boy, it was really good. We built a cabinet up there, had a TV hooked up there, and man, it was awesome. Next thing you know, it started leaking also. And what we did is I called Home Depot again, and they said, well, we don't do any replacements or anything like that. I'm sorry, we can't help you. Contact the company. So we contacted the company, which was a different company, and they told us the same thing. You got to find the jet, we'll replace them and all that, but we can't send nobody to do the work. You got to do it yourself. So again, we tried to do the same thing we did the first hot tub. Next thing you know, we ran into the same problem. You couldn't find the jet, and if you did find the jet, you didn't know if it was the right jet that was leaking, and then you couldn't get the jet out because all the insulation was hard. It was that hard insulation, and you couldn't get to it. So again, I took the railings down off the deck, and I pushed it off. Now, that's not as hard as trying to find somebody that wants two hot tubs that don't work, but I found two people that wanted them. And I don't know what they did with them. I didn't question them, didn't ask them, and I really don't care what they do with them, as long as they're out of my yard. So, but I did tell them they didn't work. They leaked. So, what I did is, I did without. Next thing I know, I thought, man, I hurt so bad, I can't get around, I bend over, I can't get around, I'm hurting so bad. So I told my wife, I said, man, I gotta have me, something that warm me up and relax me. So what we did, we went to Tractor Supply, and we bought this here tub for $199.99. And right over here, there's a metal plate. We went to the Durant, Oklahoma salvage yard. If you can see it, it's that diamond plated metal for $22, and it covers the whole bottom of this tub. And what we did is we raised the tub up and got this it's a deal we got from, which used to be Orchlands. Now it's Bumgard's and Durant. It's the propane stove heater. And we hooked it up with this hose right through here and hooked up to the propane tank. And we can light this here stove, and once you get it lit, we'll close this back because we don't want no air in there. And then move this here. We'll just set this down a little bit. Now I got this here so chickens don't get in there, because the chickens will see me in there and then they want to get in there with me. And now what I recommend y'all do is, this here is Pool Essentials. It's chlorinated liquid. 13 fluid ounces takes care of 10,000 gallons. So you don't need very much of this. So what I usually do is I just put a little bit. And this here will kill all the bacteria and all the other stuff. And I moved my steps so you can see what it looks like. And when you heat this water, we put a little old pump that floats right here, and it circulates the water around. And this way, when the heat is on, it hits that plate, that metal plate. This way it won't burn a hole in the bottom of this, because I don't know what the heat will do. The heat source being right underneath this tank. So it hits that metal plate, which distributes the heat all through there. Now, when I get done with this video, I'll put my steps back. Now, you don't put your steps right here, you put your steps at this end. And what you do is you crawl up in the steps. After you light it, you sit down and you relax, and this pump will circulate the water around, and it will relax you. It's not as big as a regular hot tub, but it sure don't cost $3,000 to $5,000. Like I said, we got $199.99 in this, and I think it was $27 for the metal plate at the scrap company there where you sell scrap metal. The stove, it was like $30. The propane tank, we already had the propane tank because we do a lot of cookouts and stuff. So in the cement blocks, which I have plenty, I have big old stacked cement blocks, so that didn't cost me nothing. And this will last me for years, because like I said, 13 fluid ounces does 10,000 gallons. So I'll never have to buy any more of this. And I just want to let y'all know that this might be something that interests y'all if you're skinny. Now, if you're a fat boy like me, it's going to be a little bit less room. But somebody like my grandson, Kevin, now he's kind of a lot slimmer now. He can get in there and he can move around. And but it will work. It will make you relax. It helps your sore muscles and your sore joints. And I want to hope that this here helps you. I hope you like my video. If you do like my video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want, you can subscribe to it. And it wouldn't hurt to paint this either. So this is treated plywood and treated 2x4s and the handles. But I would recommend painting it so it looks good. And we got it right here under this here roof, because if you got it out there in the sun, it gets really hot. You really don't want to get in it, because everything will burn you. This tank will burn you and everything. It's good to have it in the shade, but I mean, if you can't have it in the shade, put it out there in the sun. Put it under a tree. But always cover it, and make it heavy. It's heavy. Believe me, it takes 2 people to move this. You don't want no little children to get in there and drown. Can't get out. You don't want your animals to get in there and drown. They can't get out. And to some people, you know, their animals is like their family, you know. So take care of your animals, take care of your children, and make sure you got steps, because if you don't have steps, then you'll be like me, you can't get out either. And you don't want to be where you can't get out. And thank you for watching this video. Please have a nice day. And like I said, give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, well, still give it a thumbs up. Or give me a subscribe. And have a nice day, and thank you very much, and God bless you people. Thank you very much. How long?